It's Conduit News Radio with Paul Harrell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. We have a very special treat. Please welcome to the program. We have Victor Davis Hanson on the program. He is an author. He's a military historian. Victor, good morning to you. Thanks for coming on the show.
Good morning.
I just want to first say I was so appreciative and really just in awe of the interview you did on Mark Levin's show on his weekend Fox News show. It was so enlightening. As a matter of fact, there was one part of the interview towards the end, or maybe it was the middle, where you said, quote, "I don't think due process, free speech, the redress of grievances exist in major areas of American life today." Can you expand on that a little bit for us this morning?
Well, I was talking about the university in one sense, and that is I spent 35 years as a professor. So I know that if a professor were to say something in class, if he were to say, I feel that the history of Western civilization shows Christianity essential, he would probably be criticized and asked not to say that again. If somebody accused him of sexual assault, I don't think he would have a right of due process. If a speaker came and was going to question man-made global warming and the efforts to redress it, I don't think he would be able to finish a speech without some disruption. And then I think if you were in Washington and you were a politician and you got on the wrong side of a political issue and it was a frenzy, whether it was Scooter Libby or Carter Page, who was a victim of, I think, an improper FISA process that went after him and destroyed his reputation the same way Scooter Libby a few years ago did not leak the information about a CIA person. It was leaked by somebody else, if it was even leaked. I just don't think there'd be due process there. I don't think Brett Kavanaugh, when what we saw at that hearing, would conform to the norms of the Constitution. When people were screaming and yelling and disrupting, and you have protesters trying to break into his hearing. I don't think it was due process. I think people were afraid that there was due process.
Again, we're talking with author, military historian Victor Davis Hanson. Based on that, I mean, that's pretty scary stuff. It's a pretty scary reality that we're facing. The country obviously is extremely divided, sir, and we know this. But do you see a way forward? Do you see what's next at all in terms of trying to heal? I mean, if we're starting to disagree on the idea of due process, can we come back from that, sir?
I think we have. We've been in this area before. There's been periods, 1968, 1861, 1932, 29, where there was a lot of social tension, and there was drawing. And we put Japanese Americans in internment camps. FDR did. FDR tried to pack the court, which was illegal, basically. He went after newspapers that disagreed with him. But I think what we need to do is take a deep breath, and everybody's got to understand that if the country's not perfect, it's still pretty good. And that the only thing that separates us from other countries is due process and the rule of law. It's not the only country in the world that follows it. So I am worried. We have 500 jurisdictions in the United States called sanctuary cities or states where federal immigration law is declared null and void for all practical purposes. So that's really scary. But I think a lot of people who want instant social justice or their idea of equality of result feel that end is so noble that they have the right to use extraordinary means to achieve it. Whenever you get down that road, it's really dangerous because they can't be convinced that they're acting out in a way that's contrary to the Constitution.
Yeah.
Because they feel that they have to, because their agendas are so much better than your agenda.
The last election, the midterms, What did you see in that recent election? How do you interpret those results, considering you have the the politics of the Senate versus now the politics of the House?
Well, I think the Senate was encouraging, and it shows you that the way the Senate is set up, that it's what senators are based on geography, and based on geography. If you look at a map of the United States, even the House map, it's mostly red. But if you flip that map and you calibrate it for population, then it's equal, or even more blue than red. So if you look at
Victor,
did pretty well.
I'm sorry, Victor. You broke up just for a second.
I'm sorry.
No, you were.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm from California, where we have a number of House races that were won on Election Day and lost in the subsequent 2 weeks from absentee ballots. So what I'm getting at is that the Republicans didn't do as badly as Bill Clinton did in his first midterm of Barack Obama, but they were about a little bit worse than the average. And the reason I think is that they've got some fundamental problems they've always had, but right now they have a problem of getting 51% of the popular vote. And I think Trump's getting close. He's 46, 47. But to get over to that edge, which will be critical in 2020, he's got to take his message to blacks, Latinos, because it's a good message, and it's helped them more than any other politician in recent memory. And then he's got to appeal to 4 or 5% more of the suburban voter. Not change his agenda, just explain it and to make the effort. So he can't win without his base, but he can't win only with his base. And that's true of most politicians, but he just needs 4 or 5 more percentage of support, and he would have not lost the House. The second thing is he's got to really work on the voting after Election Day ballot, or what we used to call the absentee ballot. Certain jurisdictions, he's getting killed, and I don't mean he alone, the Republican brand is, and they've got to work on registration and voting monitoring and getting out the absentee vote, because in California that lost at least 5 seats.
Yeah. Again, we're talking with Victor Davis Hanson, author, military historian. You probably saw him recently on Mark Levin's show on the Fox News channel. Sir, you got a book coming out next year, The Case for Trump, which I am very interested to read. You also have a piece written over at AmericanGreatness.com back on the 25th of this month, The Cost of Presidential Candor. Can you talk a little bit about what you hope to accomplish in your book, and a little bit about the cost of presidential candor?
Well, very quickly, on the book, I explain how Donald Trump beat 16 very qualified rivals in the primary and why he won. And it was essentially an appeal that no Republican had made in my memory, that the working classes are not going to have to move or learn computer coding, but that you could re-industrialize the United States, energy production, muscular labor. That was a very new idea, and that got him it got him 9 or 10 states. And so from that starting point, then I explained why his agenda was a little bit different than a Romney or McCain or Bob Dole, and I try to argue that there's a way that agenda could be institutionalized and see him win in 2020. And then also I talk about the idea of a person without military or political experience winning the presidency, how he did it, why he did it, and finally, why does he incur such great hatred from people? And is Trump the messenger, enhance the message? Or anybody else that had that same message? Or does sometimes his crassness and his exuberance and his tweeting nullify it? So that would be the argument of the book. And then on the article that came out on the 25th, I kind of explore one of the issues of the book, and I try to argue that part of his problem is problem being defined as not getting 51% of a majority is that when he remarks on current events, he's usually pretty accurate. He says it's a
Yeah, okay, so we lost you just for a second. When he remarks on current events, he's usually pretty accurate, you were saying.
So he's accurate, but he's candid, and by that I mean he says that the fires in California out here, we could hardly breathe, were because of poor forest management, true, and he'll have to cut off federal funds. Maybe wise or stupid, but you don't say that right during a catastrophe. Same thing with Judge Tiger, obviously an Obama judge, obviously biased for the Trump agenda, but yet he said something that was accurate, and then he incurred something from the Chief Justice who was inaccurate, saying that judges aren't politicized. But people would probably prefer what Justice Roberts said than what Trump did, and I could do that with 5 or 6 other examples about the Khashoggi case in Saudi Arabia, etc. We're not going to cut off Saudi Arabia because it's an anti-Iranian ally. We have a lot of arms sales, and it supplies oil to the Western world. The point I'm getting at is that a lot of politicians wouldn't mention all of those things. They would just be cut the difference 50-50 on the one hand, on the other hand. And he doesn't do that, and that's why he got elected and appeals to people. But I don't think anybody knows to what degree he can't get over the hump within the next 5 or 6% to get reelected or to ensure that he controls the Congress, because a lot of people would rather hear euphemisms than the truth. And I have an article, I think, coming out today that sort of like hiring a gunslinger in the Old Western. You can't solve the problem. You want somebody who's blunt speaking. He comes into town, gets rid of the cattle baron, everything's going good, and then you want him out because he was too blunt or crass, or he employed methodologies that you feel, in retrospect, were over the top, even though you couldn't solve the problem in the way that he did. And I think that's a dilemma that nobody can figure out about Trump. He was absolutely right about forest management. He was absolutely right about biased judges. He was absolutely right that we're not going to cut off a key ally because they eliminated a dissonant in a way that Turkey and the Philippines does all the time, or China does, or Russia does. But he said it in such a way and at such a time that it bothered half the country, is what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you're right. I mean, people still he still is effective in a lot of ways by doing that.
Absolutely, he's very effective. People are sick and tired of mush and euphemism, but it's kind of an irony that there's a certain portion of the electorate that smiles if he says horse face about Stormy Daniels. They privately laugh and feel that she put herself into her own dilemma. But that 5 to 10% of the swing voter also says, "Well, I shouldn't laugh at that," or "I wish he hadn't said it," or "There's too much of that, so I either won't vote, stay home." And I don't know how he's going to get up from his 45% base, where he's going to have to get that voter, at least some of them. He can't always run against somebody like Hillary Clinton. That's just so off-putting that he's going to win.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at, whether it's the next midterm or the next election.
Well, sir, I appreciate you spending time with us this morning. Victor Davis Hanson, and again, your book, look forward to it, The Case for Trump, and really, really, it's a pleasure to meet you, and I hope you have a great day, sir.
Well, thank you for having me on.
All righty. Okay, be safe.
Yeah, bye.
Folks, we're going to take a break, and we'll